at Duong Thin. Tu Honglian was still curious about the information Truong Dike had requested from her. She had no idea what Truong Dike was investigating or why he wanted to review the documents regarding Nguyen Kongda and Trin Dat Tien. Suddenly, a call came in from Bien Quan Vu's group. Zombie raid? We're heading to your place for refuge immediately. Prepare yourself. Upon receiving the news, Tu Honglian jumped up from her chair, panicked. Didn't they say the zombie problem had been solved? Why are they suddenly appearing again? And now they have to come to us to hide? However, Mantuvu replied that there was no time to explain and to wait for their arrival. With that, she hung up. Tu Honglian could only stammer, hey. Her instinct was to refuse. But when she thought about the investigation team behind Jiangnan, she had no choice but to grit her teeth and angrily leave the office. At this time, the Duong Thin base had resumed production, with thick black smoke rising from the refinery. Everyone felt that the time of peace had returned. No one could have imagined that a new disaster had just begun. She muttered to herself, what's going on now? Tu Honglian summoned Jia Cat Ton Din, who, unaware of the situation, asked her, boss, the base has resumed production. What's the next plan? However, Tu Honglian shouted, notify everyone to return to the shelter immediately. A zombie outbreak is imminent. Tell them to run, quickly. Jia Cat Ton Din was shocked. Zombies? Tu Honglian, impatient, snapped, no time to explain. Go do it now. Hurry. Hearing the urgency in her voice, Jia Cat Ton Din realized the seriousness of the situation and didn't dare ask more questions. He quickly sounded the alarm, notifying everyone in the refinery to evacuate to the underground shelter. At the same time, Tu Honglian and her security team worked to maintain order and prepare to receive the incoming investigation team. Inside the refinery, people hurriedly dropped everything and moved to the underground shelter. Luckily, Jia Cat Ton Din was smart enough not to mention the zombies, avoiding panic. Meanwhile, other forces received the news at the same time. At Truong Dike's refuge, Mantuvu called Truong Dike. Truong Dike, we need your support. Other squads have agreed to help fight the zombies, and everyone is heading to Duong Thin for refuge. He immediately replied, we'll be there soon. After hanging up, Truong Dike muttered, Bien Quan Vu and his group cannot die by these zombies. I still need Bien Quan Vu's abilities to eliminate Nguyen Kongda. Knowing that Bien Quan Vu and his group were heading towards Duong Thin base, Truong Dike devised a plan. He didn't want Bien Quan Vu and his team to die, nor did he want them to completely wipe out the zombies. Because only Truong Dike knew that everything was secretly orchestrated by the Bai Tuet sect. Therefore, eliminating Nguyen Kongda was the only way to end this, and Bien Quan Vu's power was crucial. Truong Dike stood up from the sofa and began changing into his combat gear. After checking all his equipment, he called Luong Duyet and a few others, asking them to help the investigation team. Luong Duyet's face showed determination, we will go with you. Though everyone had mentally prepared, no one expected the situation to escalate so quickly. Truong Dike had just returned from the Bai Tuet sect, only to face a new crisis. Even the flower-patterned cat joined this battle. Truong Dike reassured Tu Bio and the others, don't worry too much. Stay close to me. If we encounter any unexpected situations, we'll use my 2 space doors to quickly retreat from the battlefield and return to safety. This served as a morale boost, calming everyone down. The team felt more secure following such a skilled leader. Winning or losing wasn't as they began putting on their gear. Alright, everyone, go get dressed while I talk to Connie. Chu Connie, worried, wanted to join him. I'll go with you, she said. Truong Dike replied, you stay here. Don't just sit idle. Pack your most important belongings, put them in the living room. If anything happens, we'll come get you. Don't bring too much. We don't lack supplies. 1 bag per person is enough, understood? Chu Connie nodded, got it. After he left, she went to inform the others. The women in the house showed worried expressions. Chu Haimai said, let's pack quickly. Duong Han Han remained calm, having little to pack besides her laptop. She raised a finger to remind Truong Dike. Brother, don't forget. This is our only chance. Truong Dike slowly nodded, I understand. Once everyone had finished preparing their gear, they gathered in the living room, ready to head to Duong Thin base to support the investigation team. Truong Dike patted her head. Remember to stay ready and wait for us in the living room. She nodded, I will. Chu Connie stood at the door, watching them leave, a feeling of helplessness rising in her heart. To this day, aside from Truong Dike and Duong Han Han, the others still had no idea how dangerous this mission truly was. Don't miss out on the next exciting chapter. Make sure to follow and share this video, so you and your friends can enjoy the story together,